Hi, I'm Scott Rocco, Superintendent of Spotswood Public Schools in Spotswood, New Jersey. I'm also the co-founder of a Twitter chat known as Sat Chat that's on every Saturday mornings. It's a progressive and positive educational conversation for educators all over the world. Today I want to talk to you about some leadership trends. Actually, I'm going to talk to you today about 3 leadership trends in education that are changing the world of education and also changing leadership in schools. The first one I'm going to talk to you today about is social media, and I'm going to talk about the connections that are being made by educators all over the world. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about related to social media is how the integration of technology in our classrooms is changing learning. And the final thing I want to talk to you about is because of social media and because of the integration of technology, how professional development among educators is changing. So let's start with social media. Social media is something that's been very popular out in our communities. You'll see hashtags, you'll see social media symbols on everything. When you go to a restaurant, when you go to a sporting goods store, when you order something online or read the newspaper. Well, it's natural that it went into education. Today, you'll find educators in your school, in your district, your state, across the nation, and around the world who are connecting with other educators all over the world. You'll also see them collaborate with each other on projects, on information sharing, and lessons. And this is very exciting for us as educators because never before have we had the opportunity to connect with people anywhere, any place, anytime, and also get valuable information. I myself am very active on Twitter. I've been on Twitter now for about 2.5 years. I also participate in Google Hangouts, Google Communities, Facebook, and also beginning to span into Instagram. But what social media has done for education is it's given us an opportunity to learn from other people that we normally wouldn't have contact with. And then as a result of that, we're taking our learning and our lessons to another level. One of the primary focuses on social media right now is how we integrate technology. And so that takes me to my second trend. And before I get into my second trend, let me talk a little bit about the term trend. I want you to know that when I'm using the term trend, I'm talking about a positive change. I'm actually not talking about something that's going to be here today and gone tomorrow. So as we're talking about change, we're talking about, or trending, we're talking about shifts. And those positive shifts are resulting in better education. So the first thing was social media. The next thing we're talking about is technology in the classroom. For a while now, we've had technology in our schools, and it's been used in various stages and purposes. But as this has progressed, we've had schools go to one-to-one and go to bring your own devices. And as schools have gone to that level, what we've been able to do is we've been able to use technology in a way it hasn't been used in the classroom before. My own feelings on this are very simple. There's 2 reasons to integrate technology into the classroom. The first reason is to make our teachers more effective at what they do, and also to make them more efficient. So if we're going to use technology in the classroom, let's use it because it's going to make our teachers better teachers. The second reason why we would infuse technology into the classroom is because it's going to improve instruction for our students. So we're going to take that technology, we're going to put it into the classroom, and we have to ask ourselves this question: why are we doing it? How is it going to help our teachers, and how is it going to help our students? Well, if you're connected through social media, you're going to find lots of answers for that question, and you're going to see people engaging in the use of technology in their classrooms that's improving the way that they teach and the way our students learn. There are many examples out there. It's making our environment very dynamic. It's taking the learning outside of the classroom walls. So as we begin to infuse technology into the classroom, don't look at the classroom as 4 walls anymore. What you begin to do is you begin to look at the classroom as the world. We can learn anytime, any place, anywhere, but we can also teach in an environment that creates an anytime, any place, anywhere learning environment. So the first trend, social media. The second trend is obviously technology in the classroom. The third trend that is actually developing as a result of social media in the classroom and technology being used is professional development. The days of sit in mass rows and listen to somebody speak in professional development is over. And it's an exciting time for teachers to realize that they don't have to listen to a large lecture that has no relevance to what they're doing in the classroom. Professional development is changing day by day now because of the infusion of technology and social media. An example of this is the Unconference. So all over the United States and now all over the world, we've seen ed camps. In New Jersey, we have Ed Camp New Jersey, we have Ed Camp STEAM, we have Ed Camp Leadership. We use the Unconference model in a lot of different professional development opportunities to make sure that the environment is dynamic. And what the Unconference model does, if you're not familiar with it, is it provides an opportunity for people to come together on the day of the event and decide what the topics are that we're going to talk about and learn about. There is no keynote speaker. There are no set professional development structures to the day other than a time in a classroom. So if you want to talk about infusing iMacs into a classroom, using tablets, iPads, whatever the topic is, an app, you can put it on the board and people will come together and talk with you, collaborate with you on how you can do that and become better in the classroom. The Unconference is a model that is not familiar to everybody in education, but it's something that we should consider. It provides an opportunity for people to really focus on their learning. So that's one part of the PD change. Another part of the PD change that we're experiencing out in the educational field is the fact that some of these sessions now are relevant to the point where you can turn around and use it the very next day. Our professional development should be like that. So when we go to a session on a Monday, Tuesday morning when we go back into our school, we should be able to actually use that information and put it into our classroom. And the third part of the change in the Unconference, or the new model of professional development, is that the conference doesn't end on the day of the event. How many of you have gone to a conference, sat in rows, thousands of people in one room, go to the conference and leave, and then that's it? Well, the new changing face of education doesn't do that with professional development. Instead, there are resources put online, there are chat rooms developed, and the conversation about what is taught on a professional development day continues on beyond the conference. And for me and for many of my educators, this is a very exciting time because we not only get our money's worth, but it continues on as long as we need the support so that we're assured that what we're learning on one day will be used for many days beyond that. Now, as a leader myself, I look at these three trends: social media, technology in the classroom, and the changing role of professional development, and I realize that I can't do things the way I was trained to do them years ago. I need to adapt. I need to adjust, and I need to incorporate all three of these ideas into the way I lead in my school district, and when I teach my graduate students, and when I engage other educators through social media. So there is another level of positive interaction that happens because as a leader, I see the positive aspect of this. I see the benefits of engaging in these three new trends in education. And I find that the educators that are being creative, being innovative, and making positive gains in education are also interacting and dealing with these three trends. These trends are here to stay. They are not going to go away. And I hope that in your time as an educator and as a leader that you embrace these three trends and learn from them and make yourself a better educator.